Good evening, my dear friends.
Good evening, Father.
I can still vividly remember 14 years ago, the first time I went to the Holy Land and visited the Sea of Galilee. I was ordained in October, and I thank the Lord, a month after I was ordained, I was invited to lead a pilgrimage in Holy Land. Our tourist guide told us that we're not only visiting a place, but actually, according to him, we are in fact living the Bible, experiencing the scriptures, and being able to say, I was here. And that time I recalled how Jesus invited his first disciples to join him in his mission. You see, my dear friends, the Sea of Galilee figured prominently in the life and ministry of Jesus. In fact, it is in Galilee where our gospel for this Sunday have taken place. The place he encountered Peter, his brother, and their friends as well. That is why Galilee for Jesus and the first of his disciples is not only a place. Galilee is not only a geographical location on the map, but Galilee is a place of encounter. Galilee is the place of their first love. Kaya kung ating titignan sa mga mag-asawa po na naririto, ano ang inyong Galilee bilang mag-asawa? Ito po yung lugar na kung saan unang nagtama ang inyong mga mata. Nagkatitigan. That is your Galilee. It is your Galilee wherein you have met the person you are going to marry. That special moment of falling in love, that special place where we are captured not only by someone, but someone who is far different from ourselves. Kung ako po ang tatanungin ninyo, what is my Galilee? Nung hindi pa ako pumapasok ng seminaryo, ang Galilee ko, yung bahay namin. Why? Because inside our home, inside the family, I have first learned what love is all about. Inside the home, I have first experienced what experience or what sacrifice is truly mean. Sa pamamagitan po ng pagmamahal ng aking mga magulang, doon ko natutuhan ang pagmamahal ng Diyos. Sa pamamagitan ng sakripisyo ng aking nanay at tatay, doon ko naunawaan kung paano rin magbigay ng aking sarili. At nung maging pari na po ako, what is then my own Galilee? My Galilee then was my first assignment back in San Felipe. Why? Because not only my first love as a newly ordained priest, my Galilee because it was in San Felipe and Mandaluyong, I had all my firsts. First kasal, first binyag, first patay, first blessing, at lahat ng lahat pa. That is why San Felipe Neri Parish in Mandaluyong is not only my first assignment, but also San Felipe is my Galilee. It is wherein I have developed all the more my love, not only for my vocation, but my love and relationship with Jesus alone. Kaya ngayon, sa pagdiriwang po natin ngayon ng misa, maybe we are also being asked, what then is your Galilee? Ano ang inyong Galilee? Sa kagaya ng sinabi ko, yung mga mag-asawa, ang Galilee nila, yung lugar na una silang nag-date. Yung lugar na nagsalpukan ang kanilang mga mata. Sa mga lingkod simbahan, pwede niyong sabihin, ang Galilee ko, ang Peña Francia. Sapagat sa Peña, hindi lamang ako naglilingkod. Sa Peña, nakikilala ko ang Diyos. Sa ating mga tagapako, dito sa ating mga taga-Peña, ano ang inyong Galilea? That is why, in the case of Peter, Andrew, James, and John, they met someone greater than themselves. And Jesus is the Galilee whom they have encountered. Why? Because they saw something in Jesus. That's why they were able to leave everything behind. So ngayon, tinatanong din tayo ng ating pagdiriwang, what is my Galilee? The place or situation we encountered the Lord, experienced His greatness, and that allowed us to leave everything behind just to follow Him. In the apostolic exhortation of the late Pope Francis, he described and gave every person who believed in Jesus to be a missionary disciple. Why? Because every Catholic, baptized Catholic for that matter, is a missionary. Why? Because we're not only being called, we're missionaries because we're also being sent. We are sent on a mission. When I was assigned here in Peña Francia 3 years ago, I was sent to a mission in Peña. When you became parents, you were sent to build a family. When you were invited to be part of our parish community, you were sent on a mission to follow the Lord as a laity. We are all sent for a particular mission. That's why those called by Jesus in the gospel who were fishermen were given the mission to become fishers of men. And perhaps we ask, what does it take to become a disciple of Christ? Ano po bang ibig sabihin ng pagiging isang alagad ni Jesus o paano ba ang maging alagad ng ating Panginoon? First, we have to understand, my dear friends, that following Jesus is just too costly. Following the Lord is not cheap. Always bear that in mind. Because His invitation is just too costly, it will cost us even our lives. Because the kind of discipleship that He offers is not cheap. It will demand great from us. Kaya nga po, nung inanyayahan po ni Jesus, sila Simon Pedro, Andres at Juan, what it demanded from them? They left their boats. Very symbolical. Bakit? Iniwanan, hindi lamang yung gamit. Iniwanan ang kanilang lumang pamumuhay. They left their old lives behind by symbolically living their boats and nets in order for these first disciples to follow the Lord. Alam niyo, para po sa mga mangingisda, buhay po ang kahulugan ng kanilang lambat at bangka. Ito po ang kanilang ikinabubuhay. Ito ang kanilang buhay. Pero sa kabila ng katotohanan ito, iniwanan ng lahat. Makasunod lamang kay Kristo. Alam po ninyo, mga minamahal ng mga kapatid, kapag nagdesisyon po tayo na tanggapin ang alok ni Jesus, ito rin po ay nangangahulugan ng pag-iwan sa maraming bagay sa buhay natin. At kapag meron tayong iniwanan, nangangahulugan, magbabago ang ating buhay. Sapagat ang oo sa pagtawag ni Jesus ay paghindi sa maraming bagay. Parang ganito lang po yan. Yung mga mag-asawa nagpakasal, nung umuupo kayo sa inyong babaeng papakasalan, hindi ba't hindi ka rin sa ibang mas magaganda pang mga babae? Yung mga tatay po na naririto, kahit po parang mas maganda yung nakatabi nyo sa jeep, hindi ba't hindi mo pagpapalit ang inyong misis dahil lamang yung nakita nyo ay maganda? Ganon din ang pagtugon natin sa panawagan ni Jesus. Kapag ibinigay natin ang ating oo, hindi tayo sa maraming bagay. That is why to follow Jesus is indeed too costly because we need to have a change of heart. We need to have a change of lifestyle. Pagtalikod sa makabundong pamamaraan ng luma at dati nating buhay. Alam niyo, may kilala po ako nag-lay minister. At ang sabi niya sa akin, alam mo, Father, nung pong nagdesisyon akong mag-lay minister, isa po sa mga tinalikuran ko, ang pagsisigarilyo. Sabi ko, bakit po? Kasi Father, parang nakakahiya na magsusubo ako ng komunyon, tapos amoy usok ang mga daliri ko. Isang pagtalikod, isang paghindi. dahil umoo sa paanyaya ni Jesus. And that is the first, my dear friends, that we need to remember as we celebrate this Eucharist. After remembering our own Galilee, it is now then to accept the invitation of Jesus for us to be sent as well. Meron po tayo mga misyon na dapat po nating mapagtagumpayan. Ang mga magulang, ang unang niyong misyon, maging mabuting magulang. Ang mga anak, ang inyong unang misyon, maging mapagmahal na mga anak. Kaya nga po, ngayong gabing ito, after we have remembered our own Galilees, the place of encounter, the place of experiencing Jesus, we ask ourselves, what then is my mission in life? I am being sent for a particular reason. I am also being sent for a particular situation. Ano ang misyon na dapat niyong mapagtagumpayan? You see, our very mission is also to go forth and share to all the peoples the joy, not only of being called, but also the joy of being loved, of being forgiven, of being accepted. At sa wari ko, ito po yung naramdaman ng mga alagad ni Jesus. They were able to follow, they were able to heed the invitation of Jesus. Why? Because they've experienced how it is to be loved. Naramdaman ng mga unang alagad kung paano ang mahalin, tanggapin, at patawarin. Kaya alam niyo, yung mga tao pong hindi makapagpatawad, hindi po sadyang masama ang kanilang mga ugali. Ang mga taong nahihirapang magpatawad, sila po ang mga taong minsang hindi rin napatawad. Yung mga taong lagi nakasimangot, hindi naman dahil masama ang kanilang ugali. Yung mga taong parang pinagsakluban ng langit at lupa, ito po yung mga taong hindi nakaranas ng tunay na kaligayahan. Kaya hindi nila alam kung paano ang magsaya. That is why, my dear friends, after being sent on a mission, we're now being challenged to whom I am going to share where I am being sent. Saan ko maaring ibahagi yung misyon na ibinibigay sa akin? Alam nyo, hindi nyo po kinakailangan maging misyonero na magtungo sa malayong mga lugar upang maganap ito. Sinusugo po tayo sa iba't ibang pagkakataon at mga tao. Halimbawa, ang isang anak, sinusugo sa kanyang mga magulang na naghihintay kahit isang simple at isang text man lang. Yung mga anak, sinusugo kayo, kamustahin ang inyong mga magulang. Yung mga magulang, sinusugo kayo, paano ba maging responsableng magulang para sa inyong mga anak sa loob ng tahanan? Sinusugo kayo bilang isang kaibigan sa isang kaibigang napapariwara ang buhay. O kaya isang anak na itinuturing na black sheep sa loob ng pamilya. Sinusugo tayo sa mga bawat batang paslit na hindi pa nakakakilala kung sino ang Diyos, kung sino si Kristo sa kanilang buhay. Kaya ngayon po, mainam na tanungin ang ating mga sarili, ngayong tinatawag ako ng Diyos, anong misyon ang naghihintay sa akin? You see, my dear friends, God is calling us not because there is something we can do for Him. There is something He wants to do in our very lives. For we are in the dark. That's why He wanted to dispel the darkness we are living in. Kaya alam niyo, inaanyayahan tayo, hindi lamang dahil meron tayong kayang gawin. Inaanyayahan tayo ni Jesus, maging bahagi ng kanyang misyon upang kanyang liwanagan ang sariling buhay natin. And lastly, what prevents us from giving our yes to God? What stops us from leaving our own nets and boats? What prevents us from living our old lives? You see, the only way for us to walk on the water is to live the comforts of our boats. True security can only be found in Jesus alone. Kaya sa pagpapatuloy po ng ating pagdiriwang, alam ninyo, hindi lamang mga pari ang siyang tinatawagan. Ang bawat isang binyagan, inaanyayahan ni Jesus na maging bahagi ng kanyang nakaliligtas na misyon. Matapos nating tanggapin ang kanyang paalala, ang kanyang paanyaya, tanungin ang ating mga sarili, where am I being sent? To whom I am going to share the joy of being called? To whom I'm going to share the experience of being loved? To whom I'm going to experience the experience of being forgiven? As we continue our celebration, madami-dami tayong baon ngayon. What is your Galilee? The place of encounter, the place of love, wherein you have met the Lord in your life. And second, pray for the grace to accept the invitation of the Lord so that you can leave behind your boats and nets in order to have a new life with Christ. And lastly, what then is my mission? Ano ang misyon? Hindi lamang natin dapat gawin. Ang misyong dapat nating mapagtagumpayan nang sa gayon, ang bawat kapwang namumuhay sa dilim, kapag nakaranas ng pagtawag ni Jesus, mamumuhay sa liwanag. Amen.